This is worn blade. With me here I have two TL-29 folding traditional pocket knives. TL-29 stands for Tool Linesman 29. Linesman referencing electrician. These were common knives in the early and mid portion of the 20th century. They're still common now, but they're not made by any major company. All the examples you're going to find are either military surplus or old knives that people have either been using or put aside. These two examples here, with this one being a Camillus and this one being a Camco, are fairly common. Got these knives at garage sales and flea markets. Usually get them for a few dollars. This Camillus here is all steel. This Camco has some brass. And if you look at this all steel Camillus, where the blade is worn down to basically nothing from use and sharpening, which is fairly amazing in my mind considering our modern knives that we all have don't really get worn down to that point. People either get a new one or have it rebladed. But if you look at this TL-29 and you look at the electrician's blade, which I'll fold out that same blade on this Camco, this is how it's supposed to look, minus a little wear and tear. Straight edge, flat tip. For screws and other things that an electrician would encounter. Jimmy things loose. This one here has been sharpened into a point, more or less. Which is kind of funny, it almost looks like a little sword. But if you look, these are liner locks of sorts. Here we have brass liner lock. Not really very useful on this one. It's pushed in the middle. This is like this knife's version of a failing one that's all the way to the right. And then this one is all the way to the right, but it actually blocks that blade. It would give the electrician's fingers a second chance there. Listen to this one snap. For an 80-something-year-old knife. Snaps into place. TL-29s, they served in World War II. I've heard that these have been issued as late as the Vietnam War when it came to the U.S. Armed Services. They had TL-29 stamped on them if you find one of the military ones, which are cool. Made by several different makers. Camillus, Robertson, Boker, Klein, and others. I don't know if Case ever made one. I think Case should make one, or at least a modern version of it. It'd be kind of cool to see this incorporated in like the Case line. Or the GEC line. I love the pattern though. I'm sure other people online love them too. It's just a cool knife. It's cool to see that they've gotten some use over the years too. So. TL-29, linesman's tool. More than likely they were made obsolete by the Leatherman and the folding multi-tool folding pliers. I would speculate that that pretty much killed these off, especially when the military started issuing the Gerber 600s and the other versions of the Leatherman Wave. I don't think that's ever issue, but people have those too. So, sadly for the TL-29, its days were numbered once the folding pliers came out. But they're great little knives. If I was an electrician in the 50s, I would have had one. Well, I'll leave you with that. This has been Worn Blade.